Hello everybody, welcome back. I am Faisal. From this video I will teach you about databases and we will discuss about MySQL database specifically. So what are databases? Database is the place where you store all of the users data at somewhere in the form of tables. Now what does this mean? Suppose if you take an example of Facebook, when you try to log in into your profile or in your timeline, you entered your username and password or your phone number and password. Whenever you enter your username and password and hit enter or hit login, the username you entered and password you entered will go to the server, and then server will check that the username is stored in the database matching with the username that you entered in the form. If it matches, then it will match the password you provided, and then it will let you log in to your profile or your timeline. So the data is already stored in the database. When you entered, it matches the data from your form to the database. So database is actually used to store all the users data inside tables in the form of tables, and I will teach you how you can create tables and how you can store data in the database from this video onward. So let's create some database and start inserting data. You just need to go to localhost and type php myadmin and hit enter. By typing this, you will see a databases panel in just a minute. For doing this, you need to start XAMPP MySQL. So it is already started. So here is our databases tab. Let's click on it and create a new database. So my database name will be suppose PHP, and let's create database. So you have successfully created a database, and now when you come here again, you will see all of the databases, and here is our PHP database. Let's go inside this database and let's create a new table. Before creating a new table, let's create a new form so that we can work from our form to database. Let's create a new file, or let's use some previous form we have here. Let's copy it from here and paste it here, and we have full name, email and password, and here is our submit button that will say register suppose. So this form will called register.php, and when you submit this form, it will submit to register.php. That is actually this page on. Okay, next thing is let's open this in the browser, register.php, and here is our form. When you submit it, it will go to register.php. So now at the top we will start handling our form. So let's echo out some, for example, we want to echo out the name that users have entered in the name field. So this is just for checking purpose that we are going correctly. So we have the name echoed out here. So it means our form is now working. So what I need to do if I want to store this submitted data in the database. So let's create the database table first. So I want to save the users, that user will enter information. I want to save this information in the database table. Let's create a new table that is called members, and that table will have about 4 columns, and hit enter. Now this will ask what should be the column names and what should be their types. First column name should be ID, second one should be this name or any other name you want to give it. Suppose I want to name it like name. Third one should be an email, because we have 3 fields, name, email and password. I want to store all of these 3 fields in the database. First one is name, email, and last one is password. And let's add one more column that will be like date. Select its type to date time. Password should be varchar. Varchar means it will have integers and string and alphabets, all of them will be can be stored inside this column. So it should have 255 characters of length. Email is also varchar. 255 is the maximum. Name should be 255. Okay, one more thing. First one should be ID always, and you need to make it primary. And AI means auto increment. You need to make your ID auto increment. Okay, save it. Now your table is now created and you can view this table. Here is our table created it. Click on it and you will see all the columns right here. So now we can store the submitted data to this table because we have all the columns set up. How we can store data? First we need to connect this page to your database, which is this one. This is a very simple step, a two-liner step. There are two functions that is called. First one is called mysql I underscore connect. Hit enter and you will see it will take 1, 2, 3 and 4 parameters. First one should be localhost always. This is the host name. Second one should be the username, that is root. Third one is the password, that is empty. Fourth one is the table name, that is members. Oh sorry, no table name, it should be database name, that is PHP. Okay, so where it comes from, the localhost username password, it is actually coming from going to operations or going to privileges, and you will see localhost is a host name, username is password is a root, and password is null. By default when you install XAMPP, the password will always be null. You can create your own new account as well. Suppose username is Faisal, host name any host, you can write anything. Password should be Faisal as well, and retype password. Okay, and grant all privileges, check all and hit save. So now you can write Faisal here and at the place of password as well. So this will also work. Okay, so undo this, and now you have successfully connected your this page with your database just by writing this one line. Store this in a variable that is called connection, and now you can start inserting data into that database table. Let's see how much time we have. Okay, let's open this table, and we have an empty table at this time. We have 4 columns. Go inside your SQL tab and remove this and click on the insert button. When you click on it, it will write a query for us. Let's copy this query and paste it right here. What is this actually? So this is the syntax, default syntax you need to write this for inserting data in the database. How it does it read? It should say insert into, and then it will have a table name. Then inside the brackets we need to define all the column names. For example, ID, name, email, password and date. All of these are column names actually. And then you need to type values keyword, and then you have to provide all of the values for all of their respected columns by comma separating. So let's remove these and let's give all of these columns some values. First one should be ID, name, email, password and then date. ID leave it blank, name should be Faisal, email should be faisal@gmail.com. Let's suppose this is not an actual email. Password should be Faisal and date should be 2017, and then whatever date you want to put in, for example 12/12, and then 12/12/0. Okay, now copy this line and paste it right here because we have provided all the values, and click on the go button. Now it will say one row inserted. Click on browse button and you will see one record will be inserted here. So this has exactly the data that we have provided right here. So now our main goal is we need the user to submit through this form, and this form will insert data in the database. Currently we are submitting by going manually from the SQL tab. but we don't want to do this. We want PHP script to automatically submit data in the database. So how we can do that? We don't need to do much. We just need to write a function that is called mysqli underscore query, and inside here we need to pass two things. First one should be the connection variables, that is coming from here. Second thing should be the query that we have just written. That's it. Remove it from here, and now it will insert data in the database. Suppose if I resubmit this form Faisal and then ABC, and then password will be ABC, register, and when I come here you will see another row will be inserted here. But this all has same data, but it is actually not coming from the form what we have inserted in the form. Suppose if I have written Faisal, ABC and Gmail, and password is ABC, but it is actually inserting the same data because we haven't provided the submitted data into these places. We need to provide the submitted data. How we can provide it is very simple. Let's create a variable and it will have the submitted full underscore name. Copy it, paste it 2 times. Second one should be email password. Okay, so we have the submitted data in here, and we are storing these in this respected variables. Now we just need to write the variable names here. $name, remove the email and write $email because this is the variable, and $password, simple pass, and remove this as well and write now function here. This is a special function that will store the current date time into the database. Now when I submit this form again by writing whatever you want to write, forget about these errors for now. Faisal Imtiaz ABC at Gmail, password will be ABC, and hit submit. And now you will see the submitted data will be appear here. Faisal Imtiaz ABC and then ABC and the current date and timestamp as well. So that is how you can submit data in the database. There is some other procedure also, but this is the actual way. I will tell you all of these also in the next video because it has already taken 12 minutes and I don't want to make this video any longer. So see you in the next video. I will teach you more things about inserting data in the database, and then we will go to selecting data from the database. See you in the next video.